It is snowing so hard in the city of Vancouver right now, which means I'm going to end up snowboarding through the streets again like I did last year. But instead of using a normal snowboard, imagine a motorized snowboard. Now most snowmobile things have tracks, kind of like a tank, that make them look totally badass and help them actually drive across the snow. But I have to work with what I have in my apartment, which means I'm going to be using a bicycle hub motor that has these little holes in so that you can put spokes in there and attach it to a wheel. But instead, I'm going to grab some wood and I'm going to try drilling that into these little slots here so that it will kind of be like a paddle wheel and hopefully drive itself through the snow. And then I'm going to put this on some bicycle handlebars. So basically, I'm going to take the front off of this bike, but replace that front wheel with my paddle wheel, and then I'll be able to stand on my snowboard and kind of drive myself like a motorcycle, where the front paddle wheel will just drag me across the snow. I think that should work. So that is one of the pieces done. Now I just have to do all of the rest of them. Oh, that is a heavy motor. It got late, so I fell asleep, and now it's tomorrow, and I just finished the wheel, and it looks so horrifying. I love it so much. It's got all the wooden little tracks in the middle, and it's reinforced by some wood on the outside, and I really hope this thing works and doesn't just fall apart immediately, because last night it snowed so much. You can see all of that snow outside, so I gotta finish this stuff up quickly so I can get out there and test this thing. Hey! Now I just need to replace the bike wheel with my custom snow motor wheel. The motor doesn't fit in the fork because it's too small, so I'm gonna try and bend it out. Ugh. That looks about the right size. So that's not bad. Got the motor attached to the fork, it's spinning nicely. I just need to attach some handlebars to the top and I think a thumb throttle, and that's how I'm gonna accelerate the motor. And while I'm doing that, why don't you click on that like button, that subscribe button, and maybe even that bell icon. So I've got my motor controller here, which is the thing that I connect to the battery and then to the motor, and it makes the motor go round. And this is the same type of controller that goes in these types of e-bikes here, where you just pull the throttle back and it makes you go forwards. So now I need to connect this thing up to my snow wheel here, and I think I'm just going to do that by soldering it all together. So I've got my motor controller connected to my snow wheel, and hopefully I've connected all of that correctly. Got a little bag at the front to put this in, keep it tidy. And now I need to connect a battery. And I'm gonna use this 60 volt leaf blower battery. And to put this into perspective, how powerful this is, on one of my other scooters, I can get to about 40 kilometers an hour, maybe more, using just this little battery. The range isn't too far, but the power is pretty good. So I have these makeshift little prongs here that, how do I focus that? Focus. Wait, there we go. So these bits of metal that I just have to shove into the correct terminals here. So red goes plus, black goes minus. There's my 60 volt battery, and this little plug at the end here will plug into the other plug that I put on the motor controller that I've attached to a circuit breaker, so that if I accidentally cause a short circuit, this thing will just flip off It's also my on-off switch since I don't have an ignition for this thing. So really now, all that's left is to plug this in, pack all of that in the bag at the front here. Probably gonna need a better bag. I'm gonna flip the circuit breaker on, which is always a scary moment in case I've wired anything incorrectly, but that works. And now, if I've done everything right, which hopefully I have, if I pull this thumb throttle here, the wheel should spin. And it doesn't. So I've done something wrong, and I have no idea what. That's gonna be fun to try and figure out. So usually these controllers have a key ignition that connects this red wire to the positive wire of the battery. So instead of using an ignition for this, I just need to directly connect this, which I'm gonna do through the circuit breaker. So now this should work. So I'm gonna pull the thumb throttle. Oh shit, okay, I should probably actually tuck those wires away. It just ripped it out, but it works. I mean, it seems like it works. So it works so well that it actually ripped out one of the wires. Why can't I get this camera to focus on a wire? There we go. Works so well that it ripped out one of the wires. So I'm gonna go fix this and try again. No, I spilled my coffee. I've fixed the wire. I am making a new coffee, and I am feeling very optimistic about this next test. Wait. Oh, I don't know if the camera's getting how fast this is going. This is great. That's working so well. Oh God. That's fantastic. Okay, I gotta, I wonder how it goes across. Oh, that sounds awful across the hardwood floor. I need to get outside. I need to test this out on my snowboard now. No idea how this is gonna work. First time on the real snow. Let's see if this actually works. It just broke and spins. Okay, let's try it from behind.
That's what she said.
That didn't even work a little bit. In hindsight, making a wheel out of wood was probably not a good idea. But that's not going to stop me from snowboarding. I just got to use good old-fashioned sand power. That was quite a lot of work. Oh, this is so good. I love snowboarding. Made it to the beach. Let's see if I can get a powder run to the ocean. Pretty close. No speed. The motor was a bust, but it's still a really nice day. It's just so difficult to get any speed here. But I built a tiny little ramp behind me, and I'm gonna see if I can try to get a little bit of air and do a few jumps on that. So I have another plan to get the motor working that involves taking a long strip of rubber and wrapping it around the motor and then drilling in some screws to act like studs, and then hopefully that will work. But I left my motor outside for like half an hour and my building manager confiscated it and he won't give it back until tomorrow, which is kind of upsetting because the snow might be gone tomorrow. So instead of trying to actually make anything with the motor, I'm just gonna go outside and enjoy the snow and make some snow angels. Oh, that's so cold. Oh, there's so much snow in my ass crack. That's cold. Nice little angel though.